Hi guys, this is Tezmechnator's brother's guide to the bosses and other things that you might find challenging. There's a unique system today where I weight the bosses' difficulty, and it's really useful if you want to know. For the first boss, which is the green troll, I'm only going to give him 2 Tezmechnator stars because he's quite easy to defeat. This is the strategy of defeating him. This little thing becomes a little bit angry when you press the R2 button, like here. Or sometimes he just automatically runs at you. Making him annoyed is the key thing for your success because he's very angry. The only problem is though, is that if you get too close to him, he tends to kill you quite instantly. Is that even a phrase? Nah, just... But this boss fight shouldn't last that long, but then there's a problem. How to open the cage? Well, just press the L2 button to allow the elder brother to keep the door open. There's one tip I will give you, is that you need to stand on the opposite side in order to fool the boss into going inside the hole. The most irritating thing about the fight is that he tends to miss it at times, but when he does get in though, you can tickle his little fingers like the monster from Tomb Raider Anniversary, or 1 for that matter. And this part of the level, well finishing it actually, allows you to proceed to the wolf area, which is very interesting but quite easy if you ask me. The second and final boss of the game is a woman who looks very human, if you ask me. But in the previous level with the Yeti, as it turns out, she's very mischievous because she can jump further than the brothers. And this is a little quick way of doing it. How quick this is really. My suspicion comes true when she actually transformed into a spider. Yep, she's a spider overall. That ungrateful thing, who we saved from the tribe men, turns out to be the main boss. God. Shelob, eh? Talking about Shelob being bad, about this one. If you don't know what Shelob is, she's from the Lord of the Rings. And this is where the boss fight starts, pretty much in a web ball. The only way of getting out of there is using the analog sticks, not the analog sticks. But it does sound great actually. You just move left and right pretty much all the time until the string is broken. Like this. Then suddenly she attempts to grab you, and then you have to make sure that the younger brother is safe, and then suddenly he goes out. There's one lincy tip I will give you, is that whenever she drops down, never stand still, or as it's classed as an instant death. Therefore I give her 3 Tezmechnator stars just for that reason alone. I think that's the only maneuver she has which is very effective, but other than that I can't think of any. Something very anticlimactic happens, and by the way, the only way of defeating her is by decapitating her claws, and the only way of doing it is by holding the L2 button. Another tip I will give you is that never stand still, or as it is an instant death when she drops on you. I will explain why it's so anticlimactic, because from this point onward she doesn't have any attacks. Yes. For a final boss fight of the game, she doesn't even have any attacks. How flipping useful is that? And she can't hardly do anything except for whinging and moaning. But surely though, the main aim for our final boss is for you to have a little bit of a challenge, not just to have it a little quick, easy go around type of thing. And this is the bit where it becomes so emotional at the end of the game. Yeah, he eventually dies. Spoilers. I'm sorry. And let's show you the fun parts of the game, and this is one of them. Oh my god. I can't even describe this. It's so beautiful. I love the landscape. It's really imaginative. For those who wonder how to work this machine, it's pretty much like a scaling system. You go left for left and right to right. As you can see here, there's a rock on the left, so I'll have to go right using the analog sticks. And it's the same process if you want to go left. It becomes a little bit easier towards the middle because there's less obstacles to avoid, but always move just in case, you don't know. Oh my god, look at the Craven, or cave, I don't know what it's called, but god, it reminds me of The Hobbit where the Golem's cave. I really love it. It's even made me speechless. But this bit you need to be aware of is because at this point there's some bats that go through the rings. This causes you to lose control of the mechanics themselves, which means that you've got to make sure that the analog sticks are pretty much in the centre. There's one tip I will give you, is that the platform in the middle, see around the circle, is not the destination, it's the area behind it where the towers are. And unfortunately for you and myself, this sequence, which is beautiful, will end now. God, I love it. And there's a little Joker's bit where you got to be aware that the area where the tree is, you can interact with it. It's pretty much where you got to let the elder brother go up to the trunk and make sure that it goes down in order to help the elder brother get to the upper area. But the only problem is though that you can't reach the trunk from the right hand side, you've got to go from the left, and just make sure that the younger brother doesn't let go, or else you've got to repeat the process. This bit, well, it's really entertaining because you act as if you're one of their gods, and it's really cool. I love the blood. Oh, it's really detailed, I love it. But for those who just want to get to the conclusion of this tip, I'm just going to skip forward to the point where that woman is, or the main villain. I just love it how those tribe men just worship it as if it's their own god. And you don't need to press any buttons for this bit. It's pretty much you just don't press anything, and oh my god, these people, they're just being deceived. And I love how they actually, oh, it makes me speechless how full they are. God. And there's the other sequence where it's a little bit off-putting because something happens at the end of this bit. I admit it's very good camera view. God. As you can see now, it starts at the beginning immediately. Therefore you lose 2 seconds. However though, just make sure that you run continuously or else you will pretty much die. Pretty much, eh? Yeah, very. I even got killed at this bit. And I'll give you a couple of trophy hitters here. Trophy hitters? What are they? Trophies, I meant. The first one that you need to be aware of is this one. Your main objective is to unhand the man so that you can get released and prevent him from dying. You need to go to the lower pathway. It takes you to the area where the platform is, or the pier. It looks like a pier in my opinion, but I don't know. Believe it or not, in this area there's a music box that belongs to the person that you just rescued. And miraculously, the thing just collapsed on itself. Well, that was very useful. Thank you, game. And that's where the person's, I think it's his friend, he's dead pretty much. But when you give him the music box, there's some kind of scene that shows like this ceremony for his burial. Really sad. And the other trophy is called the Core of the Giants, that's it. It's where you have to blow a horn with your elder brother. For those who don't know where it is, it's where the... Yeah, it's at the end of the Giants bit. You've got to make sure that the area that you go into is the... It's got the big arrow. That's where it is, pretty much. God, gruesome death. And for those who just missed it when they played the game, just make sure that if you haven't got the trophy, just go back to on the left path. And there are other trophies as well, like the turtles, but I'll show you that on another video. But I got other things installed for you, like Wayne, so that would be very good. And I got another retrospective coming, which is Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back and Wall. Hopefully this was very entertaining, and if you want more up-to-date videos, recent uploads, please subscribe. Give me some feedback by writing on the comments below. Mechanator would appreciate if that you like it, and please have any demands. If you want me to play a specific game, please let me know. And Tezmechnator has tuned out. Kudos!